Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to The Contentment. This is a place where we pull together ideas from the world's creative to help, something's in my mouth, level up your mind, body and spirit to help us all get every last drop from life. I have myself a cheeky little spirulina juice that, oh my god, I swear fruit, juice and just fruit in general. Oh, a little bit of ASMR for you. I really hope this is your first time watching my shit, so now you're just like, fuck this. Before I dive right on into this letter, thank you for being here, thank you for tuning in, I appreciate your time. You could be anywhere in the world, but here you are watching some shit that I made, and I appreciate that, so let's enjoy this. Note to self number 29. You're already all in. Now choose to be. On Friday, I had a cheeky breathwork session. I may have had a cheeky something else that assisted me with that breathwork session. And afterwards, I texted myself, you're doing it now, so may as well go all in. You're doing it anyway, so why not go all in? You're literally doing it right now. Go now. You're already all in. And I woke up to that message in the morning and I text myself so that I get a notification and then I remember to actually read it. Sometimes when I write notes, I don't like look at it or refer back to it for a long time. So I like to text myself stuff that I want to remember or look at like really quickly after the moment happens. So yeah, I just remember reading that and thinking, fuck, like, that is so important. I have to text myself it. And, you know, we're already all in. There's no dancing around the fact that we're here. There's no pretending like, oh yeah, like, I've got another chance, or, oh yeah, like, you know, it's all good. Like, we're already all in. You're already here. You're already a fucking person here on earth. You're already all in. You don't have a choice. You're already all in. So we might as well fucking choose to be all in too, and find the things that set our heart and soul on fire. And since we're already all in, why not make the active choice to define what life means to you, to figure out what you want from this one chance that we know of at this experience, at this life, at your life. That leads me then to think, well, how do I start going all in? And kind of like my last video, you cover the fundamentals. You get the fundamentals of your life sorted first. Now, you may be wondering what the fundamentals are, but let's all just like for a second stop fucking playing games with ourselves, pretending like, oh no, I don't need to meditate. I don't need to save money. I don't need to be financially independent. I don't need to exercise. I don't need to eat well. I don't need social connection, and I don't need a purpose. We all fucking need that. They're the fundamentals. You need all of those things to then evolve and level up to the point where you can think about maybe tackling some of the world's problems. Obviously, this is all from my perspective, but this is extremely common shared opinion between a lot of different people, philosophers, scientists, and just fucking people alike that are successful. They all talk about needing the fundamentals ticked off first. And you know, like, we all know what is right and wrong, we all know what we need to do, we all know, but we pretend as if we don't. Like, nah, my place is a fucking pigsty, and that's absolutely fine. You don't think that. You know that it should be clean. Stop. We're not playing games here. Come on. You fucking know it should be clean, and you know it feels better when it's clean, and you know that you feel better when it's clean because you feel better. There's a correlation. Did that make sense? Oh, fucking no, man. I really hope to be sponsored by these juice people one day. That's the dream. If you're listening, surely give your boy a sponsor. And you know, with that being said, at the end of the day, there's no right or wrong way to live your life. There's no right or wrong way to live your life. You get to choose. You get to do whatever you define it. You get to do whatever you want. Look, you know what I'm trying to say. You get to define what you want to do. And there's no right or wrong answer. You can go and live in the bush and do fuck all, or you can try and make something of yourself and pursue a capitalistic view, or you can be somewhere in the middle, or you can do none of that and do something completely different. You can travel the world for your whole life. You can do whatever. You can try and yeet yourself off into space if you so desire. However, we can help ourselves and we can help others, and we can choose to do that, or we can make it worse for ourselves and worse for others. And this leads me to one of my favorite quotes by Ram Dass, which is, "When it's all said and done, we're all just walking each other home." Wicca wicca Ram Dass. What a legend. I fucking love Ram Dass. So many teachings from him. So grateful to be able to listen to his content. But we're all just walking each other home. We're all just trying to do our best. We're all trying to figure this shit out. No one knows what the fuck's going on, but we're all doing our best, and we're all just walking each other home. So you might as well go all in on your life, because that is then gonna ripple into other people's lives. And then you may stand, wow, these words, you may stand the chance at helping others return home. We're all safe, and we're all already here. We're all in a position to acknowledge that our thoughts are not us, that all of this shit in my life isn't me, that I can identify as the spacious place of awareness that all of my experience is appearing. And to me, that is home. The realization of that means that there's no pressure, there's no pressing issue, there's no problem to solve, there's no past or future, there's only now. And when we identify as that space where all things appear, including thoughts, then we're safe and we're home. And we can help other people return home and walk home based off our actions. Now, in my experience, changing my life, deciding to go all in on my life and my shit, taking control, being responsible for me, taking control of my life, that rippled into other people's lives. The people that I hung around, they decided to look into things a little bit more and start changing their life a little bit. And now I'm not trying to claim that, wow, I'm so amazing and fucking I changed people. No. The point here, the point that I'm trying to drive home is that you cannot change other people. You can only change yourself. And other people may change if they see you changed and leading by example and doing the things. You're not gonna have a fucking conversation with someone and then you're both gonna change. It comes from action. Monkey see, monkey do. We only follow suit if we see that the other person is truthfully aligned with what they say. So, you are how you change the world. You don't try and change the world by fucking complaining about the party that's in control of the country. That doesn't mean shit. The government, what the fuck? It starts with you. If you're not fully aligned, then how in Lord's name do you expect the country and your city to be aligned if you can't even do it on a micro level? If you want to change, if you wish that things were different, if you wish that the government wasn't doing this or that, then you have to lead by example. If you want certain foods to exist, then you have to vote with your money for organic whole foods to exist. If you want better things to exist and better equipment, you have to stop going to Kmart and buying the bullshit, and you have to vote for better things to exist. If you believe that only organic, sustainably sourced foods or goods or services or items, whatever, if you think they should be organic, sustainable, whatever your opinion is and your viewpoints, then you have to vote for that with your money. It starts with us, not offloading the blame to the government or to the experience that happened to me when I was younger or anything like that. It starts with you now. If you want to be in a better shape, you have to start moving. If you want less pain in your body, you have to start taking care of yourself and doing the practices and doing the things. If you want more money, you have to figure out how to provide value, and you have to exchange that for money. No one is coming to do anything for us. No one is coming to save you. The government especially. The world changes when we as individuals change. And I'm sure you guys have seen the movie A Bug's Life. One of the best stories about this of all time. All of the ants, when they're separated, the grasshoppers rule. There's a few grasshoppers and they rule them. But once the ants come together and individually empower themselves, then they take over the grasshoppers and start having the food for themselves. And the point of that is just to say that we as individuals, when we take the power back, when we go all in our own fucking life, that's only how this changes. Your opinion on politics, your opinion on any of the shit in the world, it doesn't fucking mean anything unless you're all in on your own life. If you complain about things and still participate in them, but offload that complaining because it's not your problem, it is your problem, and it won't be fixed until it is 100% your problem in the right way. Once you take control, once you take your power back and stop giving it away, stop pretending like the government's going to come and save you, stop pretending like once something happens, and then I'll get my health in order. The time starts now, and it all starts with you as an individual. And with that being said, I'll leave you with one of my favorite quotes of all time, which I actually thought was from Buddha, but it's some unknown monk from like the 200th century or something like that. When I was a young man, I wanted to change the world. I found it was difficult to change the world, so I tried to change my nation. When I found I couldn't change the nation, I began to focus on my town. I couldn't change the town, and as an older man, I tried to change my family. Now as an old man, I realized that the only thing I can change is myself. And suddenly, I realized that if long ago I had changed myself, I could have made my own impact on my family. My family and I could have made an impact on our town, and their impact would have changed the nation, and I could indeed have changed the world. They give me goosebumps. Give me goosebumps. It gives me goosebumps. Holy fuck. To me, that's probably one of the most powerful quotes of all time. And we pray and we play games pretending that we're not in the driver's seat, that little old Hunter can't impact the world, that this person or that person doesn't mean anything, that my opinion won't do anything, so what's the point of changing? The amount of plastic I consume doesn't really mean much, so there's no point of changing how much I consume. It's just one small person. But if we all take radical personal responsibility, if we all change our own life and go all in on our own life, it all starts with you. And only when it starts with you is there a single shot at changing the world. We live on heaven, on earth. We're already here, and it's just a decision away for all of us. And it starts with you, the individual. So, with that being said, what will you do to change the world? And what will you do to prove to yourself that this is an amazing life and that you do have the power to change the world, but it starts with you? Wow. Suddenly extremely emotional. Fuck, eh? I'm just happy to be here, man. Fuck. My life was fucking rough for a while, eh? And now we're here. So, yeah. If you're struggling, if you don't feel good, if this doesn't make sense to you, if you're feeling off or anxious or depressed or suicidal, I promise you the only solution to that is to go all in on your own life. Just take radical responsibility for yourself. To start taking care of the fundamentals, to eat well, to exercise, to meditate, to do all of these things that we know we should do. I promise you that things will get better. How do you know what it's like to be the best version of you if you've never taken the actions in which the best version of you would take? I don't know the answer to that yet because I'm still aligning every day. But I encourage you to. Let's support each other. Let's fucking grow. The sun shines for everyone. If we help support each other as individuals, then we can help grow and help create a future where we don't have to work shitty jobs and we can do what we want with our time. That's my dream, and that's what I'm here for. And yeah, if you support me, I support you, and we grow. Anyway, time to make some dinner. Fuck, I'm emotional now, eh? Holy shit. Jokes aside though, you could have been anywhere in the world, but here you are. I appreciate that. I really do. I wish you all the very best on your time moving forward after this video. I love you. I appreciate you. Peace. And if you didn't already know, swag. Had to be done. Thank you.